Good morning. Today is the next day for our chocolate crinkle cookies. First thing you want to do is make sure your hands are completely washed. I did that earlier. And we're going to make sure that they stay cold. So we'll have to run them under some cold water during the process. The reason being is because I like using my hands to roll the dough into a ball. We'll show you how that works. And we have our oven preset to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And the cookies bake around 9 to 10 minutes. You want them to be just slightly undercooked. That way, when they come out of the oven and still be on the cookie sheet for a few minutes or so, then they'll still bake just a little bit. Alright, so here's our dough that we chilled last night, or 2 nights ago actually. This is 2 nights from now, or 2 days from now. It's completely chilled. It's hard. Do not take that the wrong way. And it's going to be fun to work with. And like I said, we're going to keep our hands, or try to keep our hands cold, because when you roll it into balls, the dough will go off onto your hands. But that's what makes it fun. And if you're just doing this at home, you're not really making it for anybody, you can, if you want to, which it's not ever recommended because of it being raw eggs, you can always sneak a piece here and there off your hands. But make sure you wash them again after you're done. So, I always use a little spoon, and we'll just take a little bit here. Usually it's about 1-inch balls, or about a 2-biter cookie. Now we also set out a plate of powdered sugar. I never have an exact measurement, I just kind of do whatever I want, and here we go with the rolling of the dough. You don't see it right now, but the more so we just plop the cookie into the powdered sugar, and then we just kind of roll it in there, get it nice and covered. I did not spray my cookie sheets because the powdered sugar will do the job of the cooking spray. So we're just going to take it, we're not going to shake it off or anything, just leave it as is, and put it on the cookie sheet. And then we'll show you the full sheet when we have all the cookies on there. Alright, so we're on our 9th cookie, having rolled it out, or rolling it into the powdered sugar. As you can see, that's what happens when you have the heat from your hands and the chill of the dough. So I'm going to wash these off. Sometimes I try to do a whole tray, and then it gets really messy and really sticky, so I'm going to wash these off so that my hands get a little bit colder. So I don't remember if I told you earlier, but when you want to set the cookies out on something so that it doesn't, so that you can reuse your cookie sheets, so you don't have to keep using and using and using. You may only have 2, you may have 5, you may have 20. But if you don't want to spend a lot of time cleaning, there's a couple things you can do. You can put aluminum foil on the cookie sheet. It makes for easier cleanup. And then to be able to reuse them, I've always put newspaper down and then put wax paper over the newspaper. That way the cookies will stay fresh and they don't get ink on them, because sometimes newspapers do that. This right here is about 5 dozen. My husband and I each had 1 cookie already, just to make sure that they were good. They are. So yeah, this is what 5 dozen cookies practically looks like. And this is what I still have left in my bowl. I still have quite a bit left. Sometimes I've been managing to get at least, on a double batch, 15 dozen cookies. That's a lot of cookies. Just saying. But they're so good, and they're chewy, and they're moist. They're a soft cookie, and they have lots and lots of sugar, so if you eat a lot of them, expect a sugar high. Okay, so here we have it, guys. We have a grand total of 10.5 dozen cookies. Minus 2 because we've already ate 2. We had to taste test it, just to make sure everything was good. It tastes just like it should. They're chewy the whole cookie's chewy anyway. Lots of sugar and very delicious. The smaller you bake them, the more you can get, as you can see. But but you know, the yield varies depending on how big you make them, and you know if you made a double batch like I did. So this is what they all look like. And you guys have a great Christmas. If I don't see you beforehand, I probably will. And happy baking!